Hey YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to review Mango Languages Spanish for Business specialty course. And I want to start off by saying that I really enjoyed doing this specialty course. I really think that this is the strongest and best specialty course for the Spanish language, at least, that Mango Languages has to offer. The course consists of about 47 lessons divided into 5 different chapters. I believe so, yeah, 5 different chapters. For me personally, I did like a lesson a day. Pretty much, I may have done like maybe a couple of lessons a day. But on average, about a lesson a day. And it took me about, a month and a half to do. Totaling about a little over 23 hours. All right. So almost 24 hours, a day's worth to do the lessons. But I really enjoyed this because I feel like, for me personally, I think that like this lesson or this specialty course starts off on point. Like we're not doing like, buenos dias, hola, como está. We're not doing that. They start off like on point with it. Let's see. Let me go back. Like for the first lesson, like they start off with like the preterite and like mixing the preterite and the imperfect into the conversation, like right off the bat, like first lesson. I'm like, because usually like I've done pretty much all the specialty courses. This is the last one that I did, the best for last. And usually, as I mentioned, like it kind of starts off like, very basic. And I know for some people that can work, really well, because some people are just, we're all on different levels, right? I feel like this specialty course, Spanish for Business, is more so for like the advanced student or like the intermediate, like mid-intermediate to advanced student. And, I wouldn't recommend this to like a, novice or a beginner. I think this is more so for that student who may be looking for more, challenging, complex coursework, so to speak. And me personally, I'm going to end up, doing this course again at one point or another. I'm not sure when exactly, but I am definitely going to redo this course because it was like so much information and so many, phrases and, new phrases that it would be good for me to go through it again to, further absorb the information. And I definitely took notes, as I do with all the lessons that I do, take notes while I'm doing the lessons and, jot down important points, especially the grammar notes. And also, there are some interesting cultural notes too, like as far as like for people who are doing business in Latin America, or plan to do business in Latin America. It's, it offers a lot, really. And, throughout this course, of course, as all courses go, they have objectives. They have objectives for conversation and also objectives for grammar that pretty much explain what you're going to encounter within this lesson and also within this chapter, but more so within the chapter, honestly. But like some examples, right? Demonstrating for conversation objectives, right? Demonstrate excitement and or empathy Make social business plans. Let's see, what's the other ones? Discuss business goals and plans. Yeah. Learn new business idioms. Yeah. Review departmental updates. All right. Yep. Discuss slash mention timing. Yeah. Welcome your audience. Um, Learn some new negotiation idioms. Um, Object and or accept an offer. Like as far as like the conversation goes, and I'm like those are really good things. Like those, I love those conversation goals and objectives, and I think that overall, Mango Languages did a really good job with um, you know doing those objectives. You know, like touching on and achieving those objectives, right? As far as like the grammar goals and objectives, quite a few that are pretty good. Like, let's see, um, use the reflexive verbs in the subjunctive mood, right? Because like that's one of the things that I like too, that they went over the subjunctive and that we got to practice the subjunctive form. Let's see, another one. Form the imperative of irregular reflexive verbs. Okay, yeah. Reinforce the predicate verb tense and the subjunctive mood. I really enjoyed those. For me, sometimes I feel like, I need a little bit more help when it comes to speaking in the past. Speaking in the past tense, predicate versus imperfect, those sort of a thing, or those sort of things. Let's see. Reinforce the future tense. Okay. All right. Reinforce the conditional tense. So, and a lot more grammar goes, honestly. And, I liked, one of the reasons why I liked this course was because of it touching on more difficult grammar topics, right? More complex grammar topics. And these are complex grammar topics. Especially if these are brand new to you, these will definitely be complicated. So again, I probably wouldn't recommend this course for a beginner, but it is a good course, maybe something that you can build up to if you are a beginner. But, for those people who are looking for, more complex material to learn, this would be a good course. This is a good course. I did see a few errors. There were more so actually on the English side of things, kind of like typos here and there. Nothing major to me that would be like, oh wow, this is just terrible. Thankfully, I don't think I really encountered anything on the Spanish side as far as like the errors are concerned. More so English, more so like typos maybe. So probably just someone maybe go through and maybe like proofread here and there, maybe a little more. But since you most likely already know English and you're not using this program to learn English, then I can kind of cut it, Mango a little slack for that, right? And also, it's kind of like here and there. It's not like throughout the whole course. For me personally, I would grade this course, if I was being tough, I would say maybe like a 4 or a 4.5 out of 5. If I was being lenient, I would say like a 5, 5 out of 5. This was, the course for me. This was definitely like the best for last, because this was the last specialty course that I was able to do. Well, it was the last specialty course that I had left to do, because I did pretty much all the other ones, and I also did reviews on all of them as well. But like I said, I'm going to end up redoing this course because there was just so much great information that I really need to go over again. Um, you know, right now I'm actually, since I've done all the specialty courses, I want to just moving on to like the second half of the Latin American Spanish conversation course, and just kind of like not even going in order, kind of like just doing a chapter here, then jump to this chapter, then just do this chapter, this chapter, this chapter, etc. That's how I, am doing it thus far. Not so much going in order from like 1, 2, 3, 4, more like 2, 4, 8, 7, 6, 10, 13, like that. At least at the moment, at the moment at least. And also, I think, there's a lot, more things to explore. But I am definitely coming back to this course, though. As far as a criticism I can think of, or, something that Mango languages can do maybe better, I'd say as far as like when Mango languages introduces new vocabulary to you, particularly like vocabulary that is gendered, like, words that are either masculine or feminine, sometimes, and well, a lot of times, Mango languages will introduce those words to you, but not give you like the gender of the noun. Like, oh, it's like escuela. But if you're a beginner, you may kind of get a bit tripped up by that, right? Like for me, in Spanish, with me, I'm like, I can kind of deal with that. But some people might not. But then again, this course is kind of more so for advanced people. But then again, Mango languages, sometimes I'm not quite sure if they have the skill level of people in mind, and totally, like, I'm not sure if all these specialty courses assume that you're a beginner. Do they assume that you're intermediate? Do they assume that you're advanced? I'm not sure. I don't know what's the assumed level of proficiency that you are expected to have before doing this course. That's a bit of a thing too, I will say. Because like some courses, like I said, start off with like the hola, como está, usted, buenos días, not this course, but a few of the specialty courses do that, So I think that could be something that Mango languages, can improve upon. Maybe having like a difficulty rank, like, this course would be more so for beginners. This course is for the intermediate. This course is for the advanced. I guess I should go up, not down. Like beginner, intermediate, advanced. But I will mention, and this is off topic, but as far as the gender of the nouns, like I've been doing French for a minute with Mango languages, and I'm not like really like strong and familiar with the French language. So like sometimes Mango languages will introduce nouns, but I don't know the gender of them, so I have to go and look them up, which isn't terrible, but it can kind of trip you up a little bit and break up, like disrupt the flow of things, right? I kind of think that maybe Mango languages could maybe perhaps find a way to introduce the gender of the noun with it, especially with French, because some, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not that familiar, but sometimes it can sort of trip you up as far as which noun is masculine and which noun, which nouns are masculine and which nouns are feminine, Perhaps with Spanish is a bit more straightforward. Perhaps, I don't know for sure because I'm more so like intermediate advanced type of level, So I don't know what how that would affect the beginner, But it's just something to think about, though. Something to, take into the consideration. But that's all I gotta say for the moment. But thanks for watching. Thank you as well. Shout out to Mango Languages, and their social media on YouTube. You know, they have watched and commented on a few of the reviews that I've done, and show their appreciation for them. So thanks a lot, Mango Languages. But that's all for now. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions about it. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.